In a tranquil small town, there resided an extremely plump orange, tabby cat named Fatty. Ordinarily, Fatty was just a common cat that would lazily lounge in the sun and chase after shiny fur balls. However, it harbored a remarkable and hitherto unknown dream to explore the boundless expanse of the universe. One day, an unprecedented commotion swept through the small town. It turned out that a mysterious and highly advanced high-tech animal space flight corporation was recruiting animal astronauts for an exceptionally arduous space rescue mission. Their objective was to save Dr. Lee, an astronaut who had lapsed into a coma after encountering poor IL during a mission in a distant galaxy. The news spread like wildfire throughout the entire town and reached Fatty's ears. Fatty was electrified with excitement and prompt. Lee decided to head over and sign up. When it arrived at the recruitment, everyone greeted it with skeptical glances. How could such a corpulent cat possibly be qualified for such a perilous and highly demanding space mission that necessitated great agility? Nevertheless, Fatty was not daunted by these doubts. It strode resolutely up to the interviewer, its eyes radiating an unwavering determination and an intense passion for the cosmos. The interviewer was a stern woman. Gazing at Fatty's shrunken figure, she knitted her brows and inquired, "You fat cat, what makes you think you can become an astronaut?" Fatty puffed out its chest and emitted a series of meows, seemingly pouring out its profound love and yearning for the universe from the depths of its heart, although no one could decipher its feline language. They could sense abundant force emanating from its eyes and posture to substantiate its capabilities. Fatty commenced demonstrating skills that had seldom flaunted in its daily routine, yet effortlessly leaped over one lofty obstacle after another, resembling a nimble little rubber ball. Subsequently, it firmly clutched the protrusions on the wall of the simulated spaceship cabin with its paws and swiftly scaled it, exhibiting astonishing strength and coordination. Everyone present was as to undid, their eyes widening in disbelief. They couldn't fathom that this seemingly clumsy fat cat could possess such remarkable abilities. After a battery of rigorous tests and training sessions, Fatty, through its own unwavering efforts and innate talents, managed to distinguish itself and became a member of the animal spaceflight team. It was then transported to a state-of-the-art animal spaceflight training base, replete with a diverse array of novel and intricate training apparatuses. At the training base, Fatty embarked on a grueling training regimen. Each morning, well before the first rays of sunlight had fully illuminated the earth, it would already rouse itself and commence practicing walking and operating various instruments within the training cabin that simulated Outlook's environment. Initially, due to its hefty build, it frequently lost its balance and tumbled down, but it never succumbed to discouragement. Each time it fell, it would immediately pick itself up and resume its practice. In addition to weightless training, Fatty also had to endure a gamut of high-intensity physical conditioning and complex skill development programs, it had to master the art of swiftly navigating through the narrow confines of our spaceship cabin, precisely operating a multitude of sophisticated instrument devices, and adeptly handling various unforeseen content. In seas that might arise in space, to AC climate to the space environment, Fadi also had to don a specially crafted mini space suit for training. When he first donned the space suit, Fadi felt extremely uncomfortable, and its movements became extremely sluggish, yet he tenaciously gritted its teeth and persevered. As the training progressed, Fadi gradually acclimated to the constraints of the spacesuit, and its movements grew increasingly agile. During the training session, simulating a space malfunction, an emergency situation abruptly erupted in Fadi. Straining cabin, alarm bells clamored one after another. The other animal astronauts were somewhat panicked, but Fadi remained composed. He rapidly analyzed the situation and then took decisive actions. It adroitly pressed one button after another with its paws, successfully resolving the malfunction and restoring the training cabin to normal size. This outstanding performance earned unanimous acclaim from the coaches and teammates, further fortifying its conviction that it was capable of accomplishing this space rescue mission. Finally, after months of arduous training, Fadi reached the most momentous juncture of its life, boarding the rocket and hurtling into space on the day of the launch. Fadi, attired in its dashing mini space suit, marched into the rocket launch capsule with an air of confidence. Its heart was aflutter with a blend of nervousness and exhilaration. It was cognizant that it was about to commence a journey fraught with uncertainties and challenges, yet it was undeterred. With a deafening roar, the rocket gradually ascended. Fadi felt a powerful force compressing it firmly against the seat. Glancing through the window, he witnessed the small town on the ground progressively shrinking until it finally vanished into the vast sea of clouds. Once the rocket entered space, Fadi was profoundly awestruck by the magnificent panorama before it. The race planned and stars twinkled in the inky blackness of the universe, as if innumerable gems were embedded in the ebony celestial curtain. The colossal galaxies resembled enigmatic vortices, emanating a captivating radiance. Fadi couldn't help but muse that the universe, once so unfathomably vast and limitless, while it was so infinitesimally small. During the protracted space voyage, Fadi was far from idle. He vigilantly monitored the various data of the spacecraft to ensure everything was in order. Concurrently, he utilized this time to review a plethora of rescue knowledge and skills, making comprehensive preparations for the impending rescue mission. Eventually, the spacecraft that Fadi was on during it, malfunctioning spacecraft where Dr. Lee was peering through the window. Fadi beheld the colossal and severely damaged spacecraft. An yearning of nervousness welled up within it, however, when it contemplated Dr. Lee, who was still awaiting its rescue in the cockpit in a comatose state. Its eyes hardened with resolve. Fadi gingerly opened the spaceship cabin door and slowly drifted towards the malfunctioning spacecraft using the propulsion device of the spacesuit. Its diminutive pulse tenaciously gripped the protrusions on the outer shell of the spacecraft and inched forward with great difficulty owing to the severe impact the spacecraft had endured in space. Sharp fragments and protrusions littered the outer shell, and Fatty's spacesuit was also torn in several places, but it remained undaunted. After a series of strenuous efforts, Fatty finally managed to penetrate the interior of the spacecraft. The inside of the spacecraft was pitch black. Various instruments and equipment were flickering with faint lights and intermittently emitting sizzling electric currents. Fatty activated the searchlight on its helmet, and the feeble light flickered in the darkness, illuminating the narrow passage ahead. It inhaled deeply and then hastened towards the direction of the cockpit. Within the narrow passage inside the spacecraft, Fatty resembled a sprightly little spectre, darting through with alacrity. Its figure flashed by in the dim light, and only the orange tabby spacesuit was faintly discernible in the obscurity. Finally, Fatty arrived at the cockpit. It held Dr. Lee slumped on the pilot's seat, his countenance pale-eyed and lifeless. The pain of distress pierced Fatty's shirt. It knew that it had to act expeditiously, otherwise Dr. Lee would be in imminent danger of losing his life. Fatty nimbly bent onto the control console and DEFGly pressed several flashing buttons with its paws, endeavoring to reboot the life support system of the spacecraft. Regrettably, due to the severe damage to the spacecraft, the system did not immediately revert to normal. Fatty did not panic. He calmly contemplated countermeasures. Suddenly, he recollected an emergency repair technique learned during training, which entailed manually connecting some wires. Fatty did not hesitate to wriggle into the cramped space beneath the control console, where a labyrinth of densely packed wires and miscellany of complex instruments lay. He gingerly evaded the sharp corners with its supple body, and then meticulously searched for the wires that required connection with its paws. Owing to the constricted space, Fatty's movements were extremely arduous, but it persisted doggedly. After a series of painstaking operations, Fatty finally managed to connect the wires. Successfully, he promptly clambered back onto the control console and pressed the reboot button once more. This time, the life support system sprang to life. The lights in the cockpit gradually brightened, and various instruments and equipment commenced operating normally. Fatty heaved a sigh of relief and padded over to Dr. Lee, affectionately rubbing its head against his face, hoping to rouse him. Thanks to Fatty's assiduous efforts, Dr. Lee gradually regained consciousness. He opened his eyes and beheld this corpulent orange cat donning a spacesuit before him. His heart filled with astonishment and gratitude. Fatty meowed plaintively, as if recounting its rescue exploits to Dr. Lee. Although Dr. Lee could not understand feline parlance, he grasped everything from Fatty's says and actions. Thank you. Fadi and Fadi, Dr. Lee murmured weakly. Fadi wagged its tail contentedly, and then, under Dr. Lee's guidance, assisted him in conducting a thorough inspection and repair of the spacecraft. Together, they rectified the power system, navigation system, and communication system of the spacecraft, endowing it with the capacity to return to Earth. During the homeward journey to Earth, Fadi and Dr. Lee kept each other company and shared an indelible experience. Dr. Lee regaled Fadi with tales of his adventures in space, and Fadi listened attentively, intermittently patting Dr. Lee's hand with its paw to convey solace. Finally, the spacecraft smoothly traversed the atmosphere and alighted on a vast desert landing field. The hatch opened, and Fadi and Dr. Lee emerged. Leaning on each other, they were greeted by rude, brilliant crowds and fluttering colorful flags. People cheered and applauded Fadi's bravery and ingenuity, hailing it as the hero card. From that day forward, Fadi became a luminary in a small town. Its story was widely disseminated, inspiring countless children to bravely pursue their aspirations, and Fadi did not become considered or complacent because of this. It still retained its inquisitiveness and yearning to explore the universe, eagerly anticipating the next space odyssey.